You know, the other thing that's really interesting as well. So I think about this feeling that I feel, and like, I know it's because of whatever I went through as a child. Um, but that sounds kind of like blame heavy, you know? It sounds kind of like, and it sounds kind of like victim minded as well. And it sounds like, and I mean victim in the sense of like having no power, having no capacity to change, um, anything, you know, how you feel, what your reaction to these things are, or how I feel, what my reaction to these things are, how I carry that into my day to day life. But, you know, I'm a strong believer that everything in life is happening not just for you. So things are not happening to you. These things didn't happen to me. Firstly, they happened for me. And secondly, they happened from me. There is a desire that I had to overcome this thing. So allowed myself to be in a situation that would really bring it to the fore, and have done that systematically throughout my life from a very, very young age before I even knew I was making that choice. You know, I believe that we choose our parents. I believe that we choose our environment. I believe that we choose the situation that we're going to come into because our soul wants to learn something. It wants to evolve. And, you know, there needs to be like a juxtaposition. There needs to be dissonance. There needs to be a way of confronting this thing. And if we're not even aware that it's there, then we'll just be apathetic and we'll just not even bother thinking about it. So it needs to be really apparent. And I think the thing is, you know, people often say like, why is this happening to me again? Why is this happening to me again? Well, I think that we choose to put ourselves in situations consciously or unconsciously whereby we have the opportunity every single time to confront and resolve and evolve. So even if I think about my situation at the moment, like why would I say I'm going through a midlife crisis? Because people make fucking crazy decisions when they're going through a midlife crisis. We look back at our lives and all of the things that we thought that we were going to achieve that we haven't achieved, and it makes us feel uncomfortable, I guess. And there's a whole thing around that in terms of like, you know, the space between the real and the ideal, and the wider that space is, the more uncomfortable we feel with whatever it is that we feel that we should have achieved. And that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, you know, I've put myself in a really uncomfortable situation, leaving a beautiful country and coming home to live back with my mum, who, God bless her, is a narcissist. You know, even, she's not even aware of the way that she is. And, you know, whatever, I love her irrespective. But it's because, yet again, I'm doing this for myself. I'm challenging myself to overcome those really deep wounds that probably aren't even just from this lifetime, from this iteration, that are from years and millennia and the whole of my soul life. Because I want to learn to love myself and not feel that I need to be loved because I'm showing up in a certain way. So in that way, I'm grateful because I feel like this is happening for me. And the awareness allows me to know that it's a story, and allows me to become the narrator of that story rather than the character, because the character doesn't even know they're in the book and things are just happening to them. And I think it's in that way that we are like God, in God's image. Yeah, that's all. That's all for now.